Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to Four Guys in a Bar podcast, sponsored by Chiefs Blitz and presented by Dave Purdy with Supreme Lending. For your mortgage solutions, call Dave today at 816-405-5831. That's 816-405-5831 because he's pretty good. Here's your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by Chiefs Blitz. I'm your host, Nick Athan, and my producer extraordinaire, Mr. Hense Todd with Bowtie Sports. You can check out his show every Saturday at his YouTube channel at Bowtie Sports at 1 o'clock Central Time. It's a hoot, and it will debut this weekend also on the Primetime Sports Network, Primetime Sports Talk Network, which we are a part of as well. So we're pretty excited about that, and we're excited about the start of free agency. But we're also excited about our sponsors. So before we get started, I want to talk about my very good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. He is your real estate advisor. He is the man who's going to make sure that if you're looking to buy a house or to sell a house, he finds the right fit for your family, as he did for me and my family. You want someone who understands the real estate business, has to understand the market value of homes, how homes will appreciate in the years to come, because it's still the best investment you're ever going to make. And you need an expert who can make sure that investment pays out for you. And that would be Mr. Eric Haynes. So give Eric Haynes a call at 816-729-3785, or you can email him at esaleskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor, Chief Who?
Proud sponsor of Chiefs Who, that is. And we are joined by the other senior member, Mr. Lou Montagna and Mr. Andre Tillman, wearing the shades today. The guy's got it going. It's the start of free agency. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And already people are asking us questions right away. But today, obviously, started free agency. The Chiefs have made some noise. They've signed several defensive players. Mr. Herring re-signed as well today, just a few minutes ago. So they've got a lot of guys that they're keeping in-house. I think that's a smart move. They're going to go for the three-peat. But now we're going to find out who else are they going to add to the mix. Gentlemen, this is our first
Happy New Year.
Happy draft year, and it's Happy New Year. This is season 2 officially of Chiefs Blitz, Four Guys in a Bar, over 101 episodes. We're excited about that, but today the new league starts, and so do we. So here we go, guys. Show number 1 of season number 2, and I couldn't be more excited. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Appreciate all the listeners right now. If you don't know anything about us, we are just 4 guys in a bar. We're 4 huge Chiefs fans. And all we do is banter back and forth. We'd love to engage with you. So please, put your name out there on the message board. We'll be happy to comment on your questions. Again, one big happy family. So free agency is here. Kansas City Chiefs have retained Drew Tranquill. They've retained Chris Jones. They've retained a whole bunch of guys. And what's really great, Neon Bush. They signed a free agent tight end. Not the big splash yet, but man, oh man, a lot of teams spent a lot of money over the last 3 or 4 days.
I feel like it is a big splash. Even though I feel like this is going to be the Drew Tranquill signing on offense. Even though a lot of people is not talking about him, I feel like he's going to be the Drew Tranquill on offense.
Mm-hmm.
People price the third price. I say he's going to come up to be the number 2 tight end in the lineup this year. He's young. He came from Alabama. He was great in Alabama at blocking, and he got hands. That's one thing that the Chiefs totally was missing last year. He got hands, and he can really catch the ball, go up for the ball. I just feel like if he just get that chance of learning up under Travis Kelce, and learning from the best, and he's young, So if I'm him, I'm coming in focused. I'm locking in. I'm learning from the best, and I'm taking, putting all ears to the playbook. Yeah, I'm going to see what I can do to get my first ring as the Kansas City Chiefs. Go ahead, Lou. I know you got something.
No splashes. No splashes. How about the number 1 free agent on the board, Chris Jones? Come on, guys. I think the Chiefs have spent the second most of any team in free agency.
So far,
second only to Atlanta, because of course they signed Kirk Cousins. But no, that's very strategic moves. The Chiefs are not at a point of desperation, and I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. Don't overspend for average. There was nobody really out there worth breaking the bank for, in my opinion, as far as where the Chiefs were concerned. They'll get themselves a wide receiver, veteran wide receiver, one, maybe two, I don't know, but they'll draft a couple as well. So I don't think we're in bad shape there. Regarding Irv Smith, he was a huge recruit at Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Didn't the offense really? I mean, you see, like over the years, just a number one picks at wide receiver. There wasn't a whole lot of balls to go around while he was there. But yeah, we haven't seen much from him in the pros. Maybe this is something where, he gets in the right system, gets with the right coach. Obviously, he has Travis. You guys mentioned it. You can't help but learn being in the room with him. So maybe they catch lightning in a bottle. I mean, I don't think they're looking for a ton from him. But hey, we'll see. Go to training camp, do what you got to do, and see what happens.
We're looking for a ton at everybody that signs. We ain't looking for nobody just to sit here and ride the bench. We're looking for everybody to come here that contribute to the team.
That's right. Drake. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say this.
Wait a second. So wait a second. You think? Do you think?
Start with me today.
Wait a second. You started, Hense. All right. So do you believe that Irv Smith will go ahead of Noah Gray, our favorite 50 Shades?
50 Shades is great, but I think Irv Smith is probably gonna come and give him a battle of a lifetime.
They paid him just north of the league veteran minimum.
Gotta prove it. That doesn't mean anything.
So listen right now.
Ahead.
So me
I hope he balls out too, but expectations are kind of low.
Right, I get that. So me researching this guy, he's only had 18 receptions for like a buck some, man. It's like, what really are we getting from this guy? Like, I get all the hoorah potential. I mean, under Andy Reid, I think me and Bo was talking before the show. It's like under Andy Reid, a lot of these guys that didn't blossom from other teams probably can blossom with Andy Reid, right? I get that. But for me, I got to see a whole lot more from this guy. 18 receptions, only a buck something. I mean, he's not really telling me anything, right? I'm not really sold on the guy. But under Andy Reid this year, it might be a little different. Who knows?
Yeah.
But again,
I think for me, I mean, I think it was the 2020 draft, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2019. I was clamoring for the Chiefs to take him in the first round. I'm like, take this guy. He can't miss. He had some injuries. He had missed all of the 2022 season with a torn meniscus. I guess it was pretty bad. Didn't really fit, in the Bengals scheme, kind of the way they ran their offense with him. They didn't really use him. Like, I think they could use him sort of like a Travis Kelce type of guy as a kind of quote receiver / tight end. To me, I loved his game in college. I thought he was one of the best tight end prospects I'd ever seen. And I'm with you. I'm going to go against you here, Lou. I think he will be the number 2 guy. I think that's why they signed him for a league minimum. It's a prove it deal. This is another guy they're going to bring in on the cheap who's got a lot of potential. This is a Brett Veach special.
No Gray slander on this show.
It doesn't matter. Noah Gray's going to make more money next year.
Killing me.
The Chiefs are looking
on now.
I just got a feeling this kid, with Travis Kelce working with him beginning now.
I got nothing against Irv Smith. I like him. I like him a lot.
No, Nick, I'm with you, Nick. I believe just like the way you believe. We ain't signing nobody just to ride the bench. We ain't signing nobody to sit on the bench and drink Gatorade and talk about the cheerleaders or the fans.
So he's going to play ahead of Travis Kelce? Is he going to start ahead of Kelce? What are you talking about? Of course he's going to be on the bench. He'll play in 13 personnel at best.
He's going to play ahead of Noah Gray. I know. Look, Lou is doing this. Lou's doing this because Noah Gray his guy.
You're talking yourself into something here. It seems like
Lou. We all know Noah Gray, your guy. I'm saying Noah Gray is a great
50
tight end.
shades, man. 50 shades.
I know it hurts you, but they brought in somebody.
I know he's the number 2 guy.
They brought somebody in to battle him, Lou. They brought in somebody to
battle. It's a battle. Who? Noah Gray to battle Noah Gray.
Yeah, the battle Noah Gray. That's
he'll battle Noah Gray.
The battle of the backup. So are we talking about the backup battle right now, right? We discussing who's going to take.
Yeah, we're talking about
Travis Kelce's spot.
We're leading the New Year's show with a backup. Come on,
so
man.
we started with the backups. So this is what it is. This show's about backups, right?
All right. First of all, Lou, you're not going to trade. You ain't going to trash this guy. He ain't even get a chance to put on.
I'm not trashing him. I'm just not going to. I'm not ready to fit him for the gold jacket when he's not done anything in the league. Come on. All
right, Lou, you mute for 10 minutes.
No.
Real quick, guys. Real quick. It's some intriguing comments real quick. It's some intriguing comments.
Go ahead.
All right, Lego My Ego says really gonna miss Willie Gay, but we wish him well. So anonymous Mango. Okay, hold on. Give me a second, Mr. Ty. All right, okay. Really gonna miss Willie Gay, but we wish him well. All right. So anonymous Mango says this: Chiefs could offer J.K. Dobbins an incentive Latin 1 year approve-it deal per NFL.
Go for that. Yeah, I like that. I like Dobbins a lot. He's kind of
Is another quote in here from my brother. Hold on.
All right.
What do you say?
He said, Mr. Dre, that's Hense's brother. He said, Dre, you ain't even a Chiefs fan, man. Take that down in the back. Well, let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick. I am a Chiefs fan. I just was disappointed. But since you guys been on the show, it opened my horizon now. Now I'm back a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, he'll do anything for clicks, man. Come on.
I'm trying to tell you. So anyway, so here we go again. So Anonymous Mango says this. Chiefs did not tender a contract offer to tight end Jody Fortson. He goes from restricted free agent to unrestricted this afternoon. Mm-hmm. So what's your thoughts on that?
That's why they try and Smith. Lou.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Fortson can't stay healthy. I mean, he's a great story and he's a good dude. And I mean, it's possible they still bring him back, for training camp and maybe they see, but he's also a Cat's brother client too. So, it just depends on what Veach is feeling at the time. But they purposely didn't offer him a tender. So he's a free agent. And listen,
he probably doesn't have a huge market, so that's
that's
easy. We'll bring him back on the practice squad at some point.
He'll either come back to Kansas City or he'll go to an AFC West rival, and they'll use him for a few weeks, and then they'll cut him. I don't think he's got any longevity in the NFL. Good guy. Like to see him get another year in the NFL so he can get his service time, but I don't think it's going to happen in Kansas City. Because I still think the Chiefs are going to draft a tight end.
But who though? Yeah. But who do they get besides? Because me doing my research on it, there's no other decent tight end out there besides Bowers.
I think it's going to be the kid from Kansas State. I think it's going to be Stennett. I just think they always take a local kid or two. Right. He's a polished player. He can play in a pro system as he did at Kansas State. Late round pick, 5th, 6th round. Somewhere in there, I would not be surprised if he was.
Lou looking for his notes.
I'm getting my tight end board here for Coach Dre.
Come on with it, Lou. Because I'm trying to figure out besides Brock Bowers, who else do we have?
So the guys that did a little bit at the Senior Bowl and the Combine. Theo Johnson from Penn State had a huge postseason. Again, didn't catch a lot of balls at Penn State, but they've been cranking out tight ends over the last few years. The kid from Texas, like Jatavian, can't remember his last name right now. I'm gonna fire my secretary here. She just wrote down his first name. But those guys, Nick mentioned Sinnott. He would be a little bit later, behind these guys. But yeah, it's not a very robust tight end class after Bowers.
Right.
So,
it's like. This
Sanders, Jatavian Sanders, I'm hearing in my ear now. Jatavian Sanders.
Okay, I got you. But
you got somebody in your ear? Who's in your ear?
What's that?
Who's in your ear?
I've got people, Nick. I believe you. Come on, man.
He said, "Hey, now, nigga, come on now. I got people." No, but honestly,
I'm remote. I'm not even in the same. I'm not even the same time zone. I've got a whole staff here.
Nice.
So it's not as deep this year. As far as the tight end position goes, it's not as deep. It's like you got to really scratch and crawl and to find somebody besides Brock Bowers. You really gotta give the benefit of the doubt. right? Because I don't really see nobody. You know, that's why the free agency is so important right now. So I'm like, okay, who else can we get a fit? Well,
there really weren't any big tight end names.
Yeah, this was not the year for tight ends.
I mean, Dalton Schultz was probably the biggest name. He re-signed with the Texans, so that wasn't going to happen.
Texans, they loaded up. Woo! Did they load up?
Caserio, I tell you what, because Caserio has knocked it out of the park. I mean, ever since the nonsense with that Easterby guy, the ownership, Deshaun Watson, once they got that, I mean, you look at just about every move they've made has just been out of the park. So God bless them. I think, they could easily be the second or third best team in the AFC next year.
Could be. I think I posted earlier, I think they're the team that's going to give the Chiefs the most fits when it's all said and done. They're loaded. If the quarterback doesn't hit a sophomore slump, I'm telling you right now, that team is loaded. They're well coached. They're fired up. They hit the ground running. They made the playoffs. I mean, I'm telling you, I think I'm sorry. I got to post this. It's just too funny. Politics are signing Aaron Rodgers to a 4-year deal. I absolutely love it.
There you go.
All right, Anonymous Mango. I found you on Twitter, dude. So we're forever connected. All good, but
only TMZ Todd will bring on the conspiracy theories on this show.
Yeah,
but, we appreciate the love of Anonymous Mango.
We could talk for 4 hours about the ineptitude of Aaron Rodgers and his inability to keep anything in any sense of reality. But it is what it is. It's all football. And again, right now, we're talking about the Chiefs and the free agency. We are officially 25 minutes in. Not been a whole lot of major news in the first 25 minutes. We've had a lot over the last 3 days. But, again, guys.
I think major news, Mike Pennel is back. I feel like that's huge news. Like everybody probably Lou probably say he's a backup. I don't know what Lou probably.
Yeah, he's a backup. No, I'm with Lou on that one.
But again,
that's playoff Mike, man. Just keep him on mothball. Keep him on mothball. The chips are on the table.
Give him 25 snaps.
The way Pennel manhandled Trent Williams, guys, to me, that showed his worth. Because who's really manhandling Trent Williams?
That was one play, Dre.
I mean, come on, though, Lou. But he picked up Trent Williams and then made the play. Lou, and did he make the play?
He had a great playoffs. Again, he was money. The only question on him is, can he last an entire season? So they'll use him judiciously, hopefully, and then in the playoffs, when it's time to really, buckle in and let's get this thing rolling, he's going to be in there.
Yeah,
I feel like he's a key piece. For the Chiefs, and he got better in the run game. I think he was Pro Football for highest graded defensive tackle in the Super Bowl on both teams. Out of both teams, he was the highest graded. I know Lou gonna say, so what we gonna pick and choose about the Pro Football Focus, the stats. We gonna pick the good ones. We gonna pick the little ones.
Don't let any of that stuff get in the way of a good story, Hans. No. Just keep rolling, man.
Hey, I'm just telling you, the guy. I feel like the guy. Chris Jones. When Chris Jones first signed his contract, he first tweeted. What did he tweet out there? Him and Pennel is hugging on the field. So I knew that he was going to come back. I felt like, okay, the guys. He's a big part to the Chiefs defense.
Yeah,
he is a big part of he probably ain't getting all the stats. Everybody like, oh, the ahs, but he's a big part of why the team is running the other way. This reason why they run a little bit. He's an untalked about player. And a lot of people ain't know that. Everybody looking for stats and everything else. Sometimes it ain't all about the stats. It's all about you doing your job as a player. If you go out there, you do your job, and your name don't show on the stats board, but it show up elsewhere because somebody else is eating off what you're doing. So I feel like even though some people on this show probably won't look at it as a good signing, but I feel like it's a good signing. I feel like it's a great signing. The Chiefs are bringing back Mike Pennel. He's one of the favorite. And Dre watched his tape. Dre broke it down. It wasn't just one play. It was multiple plays.
The thing with Pennel is he's a clogger, man. He's that guy in the middle that you need. He's the unsung hero. He's the unsung hero. That's some guy that you need, that you have to sign back. And he knows the scheme.
He's the Curly Culp of this era of defense. You know, I mean, look what he did. Look what he did when the Chiefs won Super Bowl 54. I mean, he was a one-man wrecking crew. You know, he put King Henry on the bench in the second half because he couldn't get any yards. So, you know, and he floated around the last couple of years, and then Veach brings him back, you know, late in the year and says, "Hey, we need you." And he was huge. So he's one of my unsung heroes. He gets double Super Bowl rings, you know, being in Kansas City, and he's going to get a third, I think, here in about 11 months from now. So, yeah, we got a lot of good questions out here, Dre. Let's answer some of these questions.
We do, man. It's heating up right now. It's heating up right now. All right. Let me see.
You put them on the screen, sir.
Absolutely. Give me a hot second, guys. Give me a hot second, guys. It's heating up, though. It's heating up. All right. If Hollywood Brown is coming to KC, we will know today. He said last night on his Twitch stream that he was signing somewhere today. So,
yes, I think he will sign today. I truly believe that. I think Kansas City is his preferred destination. I think the Chiefs have a strong interest in
back up off the screen, Dre.
And I think there's a good possibility of it. We'll talk about Mike Williams here in a minute, but I you know, the more I've watched Brown, I look at him and I look at his game.
Wow.
He
boy, she made a statement, didn't she? She said, "Get over."
Oh, look at this. Isn't coming to get over it. Wow. Okay. Well, you know, she's certainly entitled to her position.
We love you. We
love you anyway,
Mayor Lee's got sources.
I don't know. Maybe she does, but I think there's a chance. But you know, I think the Chiefs wanted to wait and see what happened with Mike Williams. I think that's probably a guy I wouldn't want, but I think there's other teams that'll throw a lot more money at Mike Williams than the Chiefs will. One of the rumors that we saw was that maybe Anonymous Mango mentioned something about going to CBS reported he may be going to the Bears. So we'll see. But you know, a lot of good stories, a lot of good news, a lot of good rumors. But the Chiefs will sign a wide receiver. I think there's a strong possibility that maybe they sign a former Raider. We'll see. But you know, there it is. Ian Rappaport reports that he was released. Now he is coming off a torn ACL. He should be good to go. Certainly at some point during training camp. The Chiefs would have offered him a mega deal had he not been tagged by the Chargers a year ago. Now he's out. Has had injury issues the last year and a half, but prior to that, he was pretty healthy. He kills the Chiefs whenever he plays against them. He has career games. And I'm thinking that if Patrick Mahomes really wants him and he wants to go to win a Super Bowl, it's a perfect fit. If he wants the money, go to Chicago. And that's what it really boils down to for me. And again, we kind of talked about this at the beginning of the show, and I kind of want to make this a topic. You know, we've seen at the college level, every one of these kids at the NFL Combine, who was the one quarterback they mentioned more than anybody? Patrick Mahomes. All of them. Of course. All of them. And then the NFL guys, you know, you don't hear that much of them. You don't hear that much. Yeah, stop. You don't hear that much. You don't hear that much about that. So, you know, I think it's possible that, you know, the Chiefs will make the news today, but these receivers have got to make a decision. Do you want the bling? Do you want a coin? Do you want to chase history? Or do you just want to get paid? And there's some good receivers out there who are kind of have to make that decision. And usually money always wins. But, you know, if I'm any one of the top three receivers, you know, I'm looking at Kansas City. I mean, why Ridley isn't looking at Kansas City makes no sense to me whatsoever. But he wants 15 to 20 million a year. And you know, I don't even think the Patriots are dumb enough to give him that kind of money. So, you know, maybe he lands with the Bears or Houston or something like that. Who knows?
Well, I think Ridley's probably the one that's worth that money, you know, based on what he's done in the past.
I agree.
Last year was kind of a weird year for him and Jacksonville in general. But I got to believe, you know, he's got a shot. I don't know if the Chiefs go to that level.
No.
And then the other piece is, you know, looking at some of these other receiver contracts, I mean, to me, these guys, Gabe Davis, Darnell Mooney, getting $39 million for 3 years. I get it. You know, it's basically the MVS deal adjusted for inflation.
Yeah.
But again, you're paying for somebody that you're not really sure. You know, I mean, you think he's going to be good, right?
Mm-hmm.
is it really a 1-year deal? And then we'll see after that 1 year, just the way it gets structured. So I don't know. With me, I don't know if I'm willing to go that high. And I would imagine Hollywood Brown is probably looking for more than those guys got, because whatever, I was a first round pick. I've had to play with substandard quarterbacks. Every excuse in the book. But how high do you go for a Hollywood Brown?
I would pay Hollywood Brown.
I would definitely pay him. Right, I agree with you, bro.
Okay, that's.
I don't think he's going to get more than. He's not going to get more.
We got to get specific. Is it more than what Gabe Davis and Mooney got?
No, I mean, I think you're looking at the $39 million is the price point, unless it's a 1-year prove it deal. And again, he seems to be that one receiver that's saying, "Hey, I want to play for Patrick Mahomes. I want to play for Kansas City. I want to chase a ring." I don't see the others doing it at this point. I think maybe Renfro might be the other guy from the Raiders that would want to play with the Chiefs. But I think for him, it's going to be in that 36 to 39 million range. I don't think he's going to get Pittman money. I don't even know if Ridley's going to get the kind of money he wants. Anyway, because right now I would have thought even 30 minutes into free agency, and the fact that all this time over the last 3 days he's been one of the hot topics, and the fact that he's still sitting there tells me he wants too much damn money, and right now no one's going to pay for it.
Well, on the Jacksonville side, they've been talking about the compensation, the compensation,
Michael Thomas or somebody like that
on his compensation on his trade. If they sign him after the league year starts, it's a 3rd round pick that goes back to Atlanta. If they did it earlier, it was going to be a 2nd round pick.
Right.
So maybe now his agent's saying, "Well, hey, New England's interested. Let's try to push the market up. Let's push up the annuals and the guarantees up." So, if it's going to happen, I'm sure he wants to stay in Jacksonville to just kind of prove it to himself. But if the money's not there, they're going to go. The ring chasers are usually a little bit older.
Okay,
listen. Marquise Brown, Dre, go ahead and go to the chat.
No, real quick though. Jerome Bunker says, is a draft heavy with wide receivers? Absolutely,
it appears so.
Yeah,
absolutely
stacked.
Absolutely, because Marquise Brown. Honestly, get back to Marquise Brown real quick though. Marquise Brown, to me, if y'all haven't watched his career, the guy is legit. He can run every route. He's a deep threat. He can make every catch. It's the fact that can he stay healthy? Like when he's healthy, the man's phenomenal, and he fit what Patrick Mahomes wants to do. He fit the style of Andy Reid. Like he can run the routes on the inside, and he's great, and he's decent on the outside. That's all you need. Yeah. Like at all the receivers right now, Renfro can run routes, but he doesn't have the speed. Mike Williams really can't stay healthy. Remember, he's not a fast guy, right? But you put Hollywood Brown out there in that X. He can proceed. He can give Andy Reid what they missing, because obviously Mecole Hardman ain't it. Mecole's so inconsistent.
He's inconsistent, but he's also played hurt a lot. Started with the Jets, didn't work out. I got the same, Super Bowl winning touchdown as everybody knows, but I could see him coming back too. He's certainly working in camp to kind of see if he can maybe get that 6 or 7 spot. But the Chiefs are drafting a wide receiver. It's going to happen. It's more than likely going to be in the 1st or the 2nd round, regardless if they sign Brown, Renfro, Williams, or, obviously they're not getting Keenan Allen because he's staying. But to me, that's the guy. Those are one of the guys that you got to get a veteran at this point. And I'm good with any one of those 3. I don't really care. I just think it's important to have a guy who's been there, done that, preferably somebody who really wants to play here and chase that ring. And, the Chiefs still have other needs. I mean, they've got to find another running back. They're gonna have to, maybe they've solved with Irv Smith Jr. their tight end problem. Maybe they won't draft a tight end, but they got to start thinking about Travis Kelce's replacement at some point. I'm not sure that Irv Smith Jr. is that guy. They got to look at that. They got to find a left tackle. They have no left tackle right now, basically. And some other guys like a DJ Reader, man. I think he would be a terrific addition, a great rotation guy. Bring in a guy like Dobbins, who's been hurt. He's got a lot to prove. And again, the Chiefs, make a move, make something shocking, make something to say, oh my God, the rest of the league is going, I'm not saying go get Justin Jefferson, but, make a big move, because I think the Chiefs are in a position now where they're kind of waiting and seeing what the other teams are doing. So they kind of know what direction they have to go to prevent a team from overlapping them. And I think that's why they haven't traded Sneed. I think that's why they're being patient on that front. If the Bengals go out and get Jefferson, or, they make a huge trade, then the Chiefs are probably going to have to keep Sneed, because you're going to need two guys. They're going to need both those cornerbacks to shut down opposing teams. So I think they have to. I think they just have to look at it and really take a part of it and say, okay, I really want to be here. I really want to make an impact. But for Veach, just sit back and wait, and then strike the fire when it's the hottest.
No reason to act in desperation. I mean, again, the Chiefs are dealing from a position of strength. If the right deal comes along, take it. If not, we're good, man. There's no reason to panic. I think what happens during free agency, there's no games being played. So everybody wants to win free agency. And when I say everybody, internet trolls, so-called fans, I'll put it to our listeners and the people in the comments. During free agency, do you kind of lock in on a guy and it's like, if we don't get him, somehow we've lost something? Right now, if we don't get Hollywood Brown, oh God, forget the season. Like, we can't play. I just don't see that. I mean, it's great to add. It's great to add to the talent, but to sit here and get all upset over it, I think is, a little bit of an overreaction, maybe.
I think people ain't saying that. I feel like they saying that they just want to see more, the old school Chiefs offense with Patrick Mahomes came in the league, and the Chiefs are, and we are missing that speed. And Hollywood Brown is a legit wide receiver. He just ain't had. He first, as Drake in his playing, if you look at it when he first was Baltimore, he was in a running style offense, right? Then he went over there to the Cardinals. He went over there to the Cardinals. The Cardinals were up and down on quarterbacks, so he really didn't get a fair shot, as you can say that. But if I'll say this, if he go over there to Buffalo, or if he go over there to the Jets or somebody like that, and then you're gonna be saying like, hey, why we didn't get a chance to go get that Hollywood Brown or this guy? It's just not. I don't feel like the Chiefs fans are looking at that. The Chiefs fans are seeing what happened last year when the drops, and like, okay, we escaped past that and won the Super Bowl. Right. But let's don't try to go through that headache pain again.
Yeah,
when it's receivers out there.
Yeah, the Chiefs are in a marathon, and everybody else is in a sprint to chase the Chiefs. And like you said, Lou, they're in a great position. They don't have to panic. They have cap space thanks to Patrick Mahomes restructuring his contract. They're roughly, probably after the signing today, the couple of signings today, probably about $14 million, maybe 13. Haven't been in a situation where they haven't even looked at Thuney's contract or Kelsey's contract or Reed's contract, where they can get more money. So just sit back, kind of wait it out, see what happens, and then be aggressive when you can.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of veteran wide receivers, do you go get? I was trying to say earlier, but I didn't get a chance. I don't think I was heard. Do you go get a Michael Thomas Jr.? No, do you go get Michael Thomas from the Saints? That's a veteran receiver. Do you go kick the tires on there and see what he have left? As a possession receiver, because you have a yak guy already in, and Rashee Rice. But can you go see what you got in Michael Thomas? See what's left in the tank there, Nick.
Yeah, I would. I would certainly. I mean, he's missed a lot of time, so he can't have too much wear and tear on his body. He's missed most of the last 2 to 3 years. And again, we don't know the specifics of, what he's gone through. I think part of the reason he missed a lot of games is because he just didn't want to play and didn't want to get hurt more. It was in a contract battle. And a lot of things, were against him. Plus, he really hasn't had a great quarterback in the last several years. And that's been a huge problem. So if I'm Kansas City, I kick the tires on any of these guys. What have they got to lose? They kicked the tires on Juju Smith-Schuster. And, they presented him a really fair contract, and he ended up making $10 million with incentives. So why not do that with some of the other guys too, that might be out there, even Mike Williams. And I think Mike Williams is going to get paid, but I would take a flyer at Thomas. I'd certainly bring him in for a physical and let Patrick throw balls to him and work out with him. And, Patrick's got to be a recruiter here as well. But I listen, no stone unturned when it comes to wide receiver, because if they can get a couple of guys inexpensively, that's going to help him for the years to come in the cap area as well.
All right, real quick, right? A real choker, real quick. Kareem says, no thanks on Thomas. He runs like he's wearing a full diaper.
Okay, well, if he can get
so, all right. So John Harrison says this. He said, people always look locked in on the first round talent in the draft. There's always quality talent in the later rounds. I do agree. Mm-hmm. Look at how many great wide receivers in this league right now, right? Have come from the second round or later. True draft heads, know how to research the talent in later rounds. I definitely agree with you 100%, John. I definitely agree with you, because I'm big on later rounds. I'm so big on later rounds because it's cheaper, right? And there's less pressure, right? And you can always find the gem in the later rounds. You can always find it, right? So my thing is, for me, is this, man. If you look at Tom Brady, later rounds.
All you guys that say stuff like that should become GMs. I swear to God, you make it sound like it's so easy. Just show up, take a guy.
Man, if I have an opportunity, I'll take it, Lou. Hey, if I have the opportunity, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. But the thing is, it's
not everybody can find a Puka Nakua.
Nah, that's okay. I bet you I can.
He's out there. He's out there.
He is most definitely. He's most definitely, man. But like, a lot of people are so sold in the first round. I was like, guys, it's been clean your bus in the first rounds. Like
60% are busts. 60 to 65% of the first round are busts.
Yeah, I'm like,
well, we're talking about pick number 32 as well. So that's a little bit different. You're not like reaching in the top 10 or trading up to go get one of the, big wide receivers, which I think actually would be worth it. But I don't see the Chiefs doing that. Again, there's enough talent at the position, and that's an excellent point, because there's maybe 20 guys you can list that were big time players and have shown they've got the athleticism that are going to go. A bunch of them will go in the second and third and fourth round. So I think there's plenty of receiver talent, and not just this year and coming up. It's just the wave of the kids that are coming up wanting to play wide receiver, because you don't make a ton of money playing running back.
Yeah.
Right. All the money's at the wide outs, the edge rushers, the corners, quarterback, left tackle, so I agree. You can certainly find one.
Yes. Do your due diligence. Due diligence, and you will find one.
It seemed like on other news, it seemed like the Washington Commanders have their eyes on the Chiefs' former offensive line. So they snagged another Nick Allegretti. I thought he will come as the Chiefs, but after he was on the
show, he got paid. Good for him.
Way to go, Nick.
He said he wanted to be a starter. So now he gets his chance with the Washington Commanders. So what you think about that, Lou?
Yeah, well, he's going in reverse, right? He got his 2 rings. Now he's going to get the bag.
There you go.
In terms of, again, we were talking about wide receivers and wanting to play here to get a ring. But no, Nick, obviously very, very popular on the Chief Who segment. And we like him, can play, multiple positions on the offensive line. Wiley's there from the year before. So, they like their Chiefs, just like the Saints like their Chiefs defensive players, right?
Yep.
But no, Nick's a great dude, wrestler, nasty. I mean, you'd love to keep a guy like that around, but he wanted a chance to play. So God bless him, and I hope everything goes well for him in Washington.
Good for him. I think it's a great sign for a kid who paid his dues. He's got 3 Super Bowl rings. He was highly touted, I think, coming out of Illinois. The Chiefs were, kind of used him at center, guard. I think he even played tackle a few times. And, he was kind of a jack of all trades. And, to play with a torn UCL in his elbow and getting it out. And if you rewatch the game, just watch him block and what he had to do with his body and how much he had to move his weight around to fend off oncoming rushers and open lanes in the running game. It was truly amazing to see. And that kid's got a lot of heart.
For wrestlers, man, they're different mentality.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here we go again. Anonymous Mango says, Nick, what's the percentage that we actually sign a wide receiver today from your info?
Today, I think there's a really good chance the Chiefs will sign a receiver before midnight tonight. I'm not going to say who, because I just honestly I don't know. Well, I mean, I think Marquise Brown makes the most sense. He's the guy who wants to be here the most, but who knows? I mean, it could be Renfro. I think he'd be a terrific addition to this team. But I know you don't want him, but I'm just saying from a possession receiver, from a guy who can catch the ball, he can run good routes, he knows how to sit in spaces. Again, as much as we want Patrick Mahomes to throw the ball down the field, these receivers have to learn how to sit down.
You know what, Nick? That's a good point. Space. That's a good point, because this year we haven't had one of those this year.
No, that's why they struggled so early, because they were in the wrong spot.
Well, I think Rashid came along and filled that position.
He did
for
eventually.
A while. Yeah.
No, he solved that. I mean, they solved the problem with him, and thank God that they did. But if you're going to play in this offense, you have to know and being able to maneuver in open spaces, and that is not something that Tony did and Sky Moore did. Even Watson at times kind of struggled in that area. And then what are they going to do with him too? So to answer your question, I do think that they will sign a wide receiver today.
And a lot of Chiefs fans, I want to get y'all back on rail here. We are looking for a number 2 or a number 3 wide receiver, because we have our number 1 in Rashid Rice. So let's don't forget that. Okay, Rashid Rice is number 1. Then we're looking for somebody his number 2 or number 3 wide receivers.
Winfro, number 2, Winfro. IQ slot in the middle. Read his coverage very well. He doesn't have the speed, but he got the IQ, sir. Or Mike Brown over the top speed. If you work on knowing the game, understanding Andy Reid, he could be a valuable pick too.
So Dre, I got a question for you. What makes you think Renfro doesn't have the speed?
He got separation. He got separation, but he doesn't have over the top speed. But he got good.
You don't need over the top speed. If they have one guy that has over the top speed, that's all they need. Wherever they get it from.
And who is that, Nick? And who is over the top speed? Who do we have that can do that?
There's your Hollywood Brown.
There's your Hollywood Brown, or there's your
their number 1 or number 2 pick coming up.
Mr. Worthy from Texas. One of those two guys would be a great over the top. I agree. Being over the top receiver.
I'm still lobbying for AD Mitchell or Roman Wilson. So.
No, well, you might get your wish.
Let me put it out there.
I didn't know AD Mitchell was 6'4", though. I had to go back and relook at him. I know that the young man was 6'4". He built like he's the same height.
Here's the other thing. I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but I will.
You will.
So, mentioning Hunter Renfro again. Now, this isn't any. Hopefully I don't offend anyone, especially you guys on the show. But are we seeing some sort of uplift, or do you think there's 2 wide receivers, Georgia and Florida, that are coming out in the draft? They happen to be white guys. Mm-hmm. Do you think they get downgraded because they think they're not as fast as the other receivers?
Where are we going with this, Luke?
What I'm saying is Ladd McConkey and Ricky Pearsall. Okay. Now, and again, I mean, this is just something that's been prevalent, around the league. That typically, when you see those guys, they're very crafty. They move well in space, but they both run in the 4.3s.
Right. No, I think,
but I think the perception a lot sometimes is that a guy like Renfro, he's not fast.
I don't think at that position they look at that way. I listen. If you look at the way free agency is, and even the draft, now that the league has changed into this different beast, they want guys that fit the systems. I don't think they care about their color or their speed. They care about their heart. I mean, I don't know. I don't agree with that sentiment, because I think it's. I'm
not saying the teams, because obviously they're looking at the stopwatch, they're looking at GPS, but I'm just saying just the general overall thinking, whether it be fans or casuals or whatever, a lot of times those guys get downgraded because of that. But I think either of those guys would be great picks for the Chiefs.
Yeah, get the best person at the position you can. get the one that fits. I mean, in the NFL draft is about one thing. Does this guy fit the system? Is he going to work with the system? Right. You look at the quarterback class. I mean, the quarterback class, regardless of, where you come from, it's still, can this guy fit that system? Patrick Mahomes can fit, and I think that's the same for successful franchises. That's the same for everybody else. That's the way I think they look and the way that they operate. So I don't think anything like that is really something that goes on anymore.
In terms of comps, though, that's where I think it comes into play as well. Because it's just been so one-sided over the years that you really don't have comps for those guys. But anyway, I just thought again, from a fan perspective, is that a real thing?
No, I don't think it. I don't think the fans look at it that way at all.
It just what fits the scheme though, Lou. Honestly, I see where you're coming from. It just what fits the scheme and what you want.
Maybe I'm hearing it wrong. So you saying some guys get downgraded because the color they skin, or what?
At the wide receiver position? I mean, seriously. I mean, think about it. How many? Next subject. How many are there in the NFL? You've got Renfro, Puka, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, I don't think it's an issue, and I don't think fans look at it that way. I don't think anybody else really looks at it that way. Again, you take the best guys. I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
I don't agree with it, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, you take the best athlete for the best position for the best team that you can. And, I don't think fans look at it that way. I know most coaches don't look at it that way. Even though look at the diversity that's gone in the head coaching department the last couple of years and in the front office. All that stuff is changing. I don't think people care about that crap anymore. That's just my opinion. All right, let's get on with our next sponsor because we need to talk about my good friend, Mr. Dave Purdy. As you all know, Dave Purdy is a personal friend of mine. He is the guy that has put together my mortgage in a very difficult situation because I'm self-employed. I'm a 1099, not a W-2, and you need someone who can make sure that they can walk you through the process, make sure they can get you the right financing, so that way you can secure your home. You got to know numbers, you got to know rates, and there's a lot of questions you have to ask, and there's a lot of loan options that he has. So give Dave Purdy a call at 816-405-5831. We love Dave because he is pretty good. All right.
All right. So we go ahead.
No, go ahead. You guide us, Captain. Where are we going?
The next subject is, Willie Gay, was one of my big receiver linebackers on his team. He signed with the Saints on a 1-year deal to $5 million, worth $5 million. He did put out a tweet earlier, like just recent, saying that he thanked the Chiefs Kingdom for everything, to taking a chance on him and letting him on a country guy like him. Hey, I wanted him back. A lot of people chose Drew Tranquillo. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Drew Tranquillo wasn't a better fit, but I wanted him back because you got to have that guy that's the juice guy that's on the team that's going to pick up the team whenever they're down. So now I want to see who's going to be that guy to pick up the defense whenever they down. So what y'all got to say about him signing with the Saints?
Well, I mean, he's only guaranteed $3 million. He's got $2 million in incentives, and he wasn't finding a lot of takers out there. I honestly think that was probably the only contract offer that he got. He's kind of a man that has a lot of great speed, but Tranquil can play all three positions as the linebacker. He can also line up in blitz, and so can Willie. But I think he was pretty limited. He didn't play a lot of snaps because of the Chiefs personnel that they ran and the type of offenses they were. I think he did a great job, and I'm happy for him. Hopefully he gets he's got a 1-year prove-it deal, and maybe he can get in a situation where he can get a bigger payday down the road. But a good dude, good player, great in the locker room. Always ragged on other teams in a way that was very comical, and it wasn't as mean as a lot of people took it. And he always clarified his stance, but he was a competitive guy, and he felt his team was the best and their defense was the best. And clearly he was part of one of the best defenses in the National Football League last season. So, hey, he joins Matthew and Sorensen and the nose tackle that went there a year, Saunders. Yeah. So he's going to have some chances.
Tano Passigno.
And Passigno's there as well. So I don't know if those guys did anything last year. I don't pay attention to the Saints, but I think this probably is a good chance for him to kind of regroup and see if he can get a bigger payday down the road.
Right.
All righty. Well, I mean, it makes sense to me because honestly, though, I feel like as Bo would tell it, Gay, that's his favorite linebacker. You know, that's his favorite backer. You know, he's a chase down backer. He's a chase down linebacker. You know, he's a chase down. That's why the contract situation wasn't as popular for the young man. But I'll tell you what, he's still pretty decent. He still got some speed and he still can make plays. So again, I mean, you get what you're worth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got
he'll be missed during the swag surfing.
Yeah. Oh, he is a big key to the swag surf. He is. That's the one that ignited the swag surf.
Really good player though. Just they just cheaper options, younger options. Drew's a little bit older, but I think he's just a little different player. He could come in and play the middle on a regular basis. He can cover, he can stop the run. So I think that was the difference between the two. I think we talked about it where they might offer them both the same contract, and whoever took it was going to be the one that they kept. But I think there was a little bit more to Drew's game than Willie, but he's certainly an effective player. And the Saints, I'm sure it'll be a bargain either way.
All right.
Hey, absolutely. Hey, thanks for him to being on the team. But hey, it's one team that picked up a guy that it got Twitter going crazy right now because the Tennessee Titans picked up Derrick Henry, even though I wanted the Chiefs to pick up Derrick Henry. So what do you guys think about Derrick Henry going to the Titans?
No,
great
move,
Ravens. Great move
going
to the Ravens. Get your mind right, Bo. Get your mind together, Bo. You good, money. You good. Nah, that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
No,
man. Now they got to run the ball now. They got to run the
do
ball
it.
now.
They're not going to do it. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. It ain't going to end well in Baltimore. I'm telling you right now.
Nick, I think Nick is saying there's a disconnect between the front office and the coaching staff.
Absolutely. This is not. I would never have done this trade. I would if I'm Baltimore, there's no way. They already got great running backs. Now they're going to lose a couple in free agency. They're a running team. We saw that in the Super Bowl. They can't be a passing team. And I know why they did it, but they're thinking Derrick Henry is the same guy who was dominating the league 3-4 years ago. He's not even close to that. He had a few really good games, but what did he crack 100 once, maybe twice last year? And they all of a sudden think because that offensive line and Lamar Jackson's his quarterback, that they're going to be great. That's going to be the difference. They're still going to lose to the Chiefs. It doesn't matter. It's
going to flourish.
It's not a good fit. It's not a good fit in my opinion.
It's about the read option.
That's just me.
Nick, it's the read option.
Who cares about the read option? It's not dude. I'm telling you, the only thing that matters is winning football games in January and in February. And if you have a team that's great during the regular season, I'll let you make your point. You have a great regular season team who throws up all those numbers. They're not built to win in the playoffs. There's only a few teams that are built to win in the playoffs. The 49ers are built to win in the playoffs. The Chiefs are built to win in the playoffs. They get it. The Eagles, up until this last year, they're built to win in the playoffs. And the Bills aren't. The Bengals probably are.
Right.
The Texans are up. The Texans are up and coming. The Cowboys don't know how to do it. The Packers don't know how to do it. The Lions clearly crapped in the biggest game of the year from a coaching perspective. They don't know how to do it. You go through the 17-game grind, and it's all about one thing. Am I preparing my team to win in the playoffs? The Ravens prepared to pummel everybody every week by putting up a bunch of statistics, throwing a great defense at them, swarming to the ball. What did that get them in the postseason? Nothing.
They lost most of their defensive players.
And they lost a lot of their defensive players. So, listen, I think King Henry's great. I think he's a backup at best. And I just don't see I don't even see how they're going to use him properly. With Lamar Jackson wanting to run the ball and not pass. Man, they've already announced they're going to cut Odell Beckham Jr.
Tell him, Nick.
I'm telling you, it's good. That's the worst place he could have gone.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I'm not hearing this correctly. So you first of all, you said Henry going to be a backup?
I'm saying he's a backup. I think he's a number two. He's a number 2 running back. Absolutely.
To who?
To whoever's the number 1.
No,
Nick, he could be the number 1.
It's gonna flourish. Nick.
He may not even be the number
duo. Who gonna stop King Henry coming out the back?
Okay, I'm gonna give you an assignment. Watch the games watch four Tennessee Titan games.
Okay.
When he rushed for between 30 and 60 yards a game. And you tell me that's a number one back. And if I'm wrong, I will eat crow on the next show.
Don't do that. I don't want you to do that. I do not want you to eat crow. I don't want you to do that, sir.
It's a little bit different.
I'm gonna say because you got Lamar Jackson down there now. You got different options now. It ain't just
he's gonna see different defenses. The Ravens haven't had a back that stayed healthy for years. Gus Edwards went to the Chargers. J.K. Dobbins looks like he's going to sign elsewhere. They've got Keaton from East Carolina that was like averaging like 8 yards a carry last year, but got hurt. Slight build, so he's not going to be able to carry the load. So Henry by default becomes the number one back.
Yeah,
I think where the difference is going to be in this offense that you've got an established quarterback versus a Tennessee where they really didn't, and they didn't have much of a passing attack. So it will look a little bit different in terms of what Henry sees defensively. Maybe not as many guys in the box. If they do come up in the butt, and then you got Lamar hiding the ball, which guy has it, so
there you go.
It may not win them the championship, but hell, they got there last year without him. So I think it's a good signing for them. So we'll see what happens. I don't know that they're going to go much further in the playoffs, but in terms of, solidifying a position, I think that was as well as they could have done.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, listen,
I don't feel like that. Like I'm with Nick on this. If the Titans let him go for a reason, you know what I mean? Because
pretty sure you were calling for him to come to the Chiefs.
I was.
He was. Thank you, Lou. Thank you. I knew it was coming.
And I said he'd be a backup.
Hey, come on, Bo. Come on,
but he goes somewhere else, and now he sucks.
He sucks.
Right, Bo. Lou, tell Bo. Tell him. I know him. Tell him he's horrible. I agree with Nick. Yeah, whatever.
Drake, like. If you ain't on the Chiefs, you suck.
Right? All right, let's take care of a couple of questions real quick because Skyprod has been saying this over and over again, and we appreciate it. Looks like he's a Dolphins fan. So let me tell you this. I think he's probably going to go to a team that's going to pay him a lot more money than the Chiefs. The Bears have already been mentioned. Wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders made a big offer. The Vikings might be of interest depending on what they do with Jefferson. The Bengals, I think, would be high on him. They like to take, guys of this caliber. So to answer your question, do I think the Chiefs signed him? I'd say it's less than 50-50 at this point, unless, he gets a call from Patrick and says, hey, get your butt here and let's go win a Super Bowl. And they really put the heat on. So we'll see. But I don't think, I think people are going to be skittish to that leg. He's not going to sign before taking a physical. And a team's going to have to do a lot of due diligence with him. And they may agree to paper money, but nothing's going to be executed without a really solid a medical report and a physical examination and everybody looking at him. So, yeah. So to answer your question, 40-60, he's a Chief.
40-60.
40-60.
Until they sign him, then there was never a doubt.
No, I'm not even going to say that because there's a lot. I'm not going there. I'm not doing that. I already got in trouble last time with Chris Jones. So
you think I think the teams are going to slow play this. I don't think anybody's going to jump out and offer him a bunch of cash right off the bat.
No, right? You'd be surprised. There'll be some stupid teams out there that do it. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got what? Cardinals have a ton of money. Bears have a ton of money. They're a lot. I mean, he's already been tied to the Cardinals as well because one of his former teammates is there. So, again, listen, we saw. Look just look at what Jacksonville's done in the last 3 years at the wide receiver position.
Right.
They've reset the market in a market where the other 31 owners were saying enough. No more Tyreek Hill contracts. No more Devontae Adams contracts. No more Hopkins contracts. And they come in and they start changing the mold again. So. The Jaguars,
they didn't pay anybody as much as those teams you just mentioned paid those guys.
But they changed the market. They changed the value of the market, the wide receiver position, when owners were back in that 3-year, $10, $12 million range.
Now, Nick,
cap keeps going up.
I know.
Do you think Odell Beckham, even though he went over there for the money, now you think he just less, and then you think he probably would try to come over to the Chiefs now?
I mean, he's turned down the Chiefs 3 times in the last 3 years. So, I mean, I guess it's possible. I certainly think he's got something left. Again, he wasn't playing with a very good passing quarterback. He had to constantly work his tail off to get open and wonder where the ball's going to be at when he's in the position to catch it. So, yeah, I listen, I would take Beckham on a 1-year deal with nothing to prove. If it's an NFL minute, if you give him a Juju contract, sure. But the guy's never done anything in the NFL that doesn't say pay me, pay me, pay me.
Yeah.
So
he waited around and got like 15 million last year.
And the Ravens were desperate.
He can do the same thing.
The Ravens are desperate.
Until the league proves otherwise and says, you know what, Odell, we're good.
Yeah. I don't think it's something that Kansas City is going to see.
Hey, but it's one guy that it'd be unfair that the Chiefs, if it happened, but it's around the NFL that he's not getting traded. It's Justin Jefferson.
Hang it up, sir. Hang it up.
But it's hanging up because my source have told me.
Here we go.
My source told me that the Jefferson he's coming to Kansas City.
Boss baby.
He told
Boss
me that
baby. He's telling
me know. He said, "Hey, he's coming over to Kansas City. It's happening, guys." I'm just joking. I'm just bringing a little joke to the show. But if it does happen,
you mean the boss baby's not a real source?
He's not a real source. He's not a real source. It's a group. It's an inside group joke, and I'll be telling the guys. I'm like, I got my source. But again,
hey,
I had to reveal my source. You know what I mean? That's who he was. But again, guys, if it's Hollywood Brown, if it's somebody else that the Chiefs go pick up, again, we're not looking for a number one because we have our number one. I believe we're looking for our number two, or somebody there. You don't believe we got our number one? Luke, you feel like we still looking for that number one?
He's certainly trending in that direction. I mean, he had a really, really good rookie year. Now we'll see if he can back that up. And it depends if they bring in someone else that is a threat. Then all of a sudden, his job becomes a lot easier,
much easier.
So absolutely, I think he's got the skill set, he's got the mindset, he had the I guess the not just production but the volume at SMU to be a guy that is used to getting the ball a lot every game. So he's got that in his DNA, and he showed it every time he had an opportunity. He made plays. Few drops, but everybody drops, some. It just was magnified last year because everybody seemed to be dropping the ball. So I do believe in Rasheed. And again, they bring in a couple other guys to complement. Then we'll be, hopefully won't be talking about wide receivers anymore.
Well, one guy that's not good. The one guy that's off the board now is Calvin Ridley, according to my friend Jordan Schultz at Schultz Report. He has re-signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He wanted to stay in Florida to save on the sales tax.
$92 million.
That's outrageous. That's way more money than he deserves. But hey, that's a lot. Again, here they are. They're changing the market again.
Mango had him going to the Titans. Wow.
Yeah.
Do we believe Mango source?
Oh, is it the
Jordan
Titans?
Schultz?
Am I wrong here? Hold on.
Anonymous Mango says the Titans.
Hold on. Did I read it wrong? Hold on.
There's the Titans. Titans have signed.
Oh, my bad, guys. Okay, glasses are off.
Oh, well, well, I guess Mango was right.
Mango, you might be the fifth guy. Kareem, got to step up.
Wow. I'm sorry. My bad. Very unprofessional of me not to have my glasses on.
That's who my source is. I ain't want to give out Mango like
Mango.
That.
Yeah. I see you got that orange shirt on, so that's got to be a clue.
Dang.
No. It's the Rugrats. My wife got it for me.
That's beautiful. Very cool.
He said the mango flavor Rugrats shirt, sir. The
mango flavor. Big fan of the Rugrats 25 years ago.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Well, there was a report. There's a new guy on Twitter who has been nailing predictions today.
Yeah, Anonymous Mango.
No. I don't know. I'll find it here in a minute. But he talked about this earlier today, that there was a surprise team in the division.
Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky. Ricky has been dead. I don't know who this Ricky guy is. He doesn't have a lot of followers, but I love him because he's actually stating that Hollywood Brown's going to be a Chief. So a lot of the things he's posted has been, what's that?
He's been dead right about everything.
Got to step it up, Kareem.
Almost everything. I think we need to. I think we need to pretty Ricky. That's it.
You see that, Lou?
We're always competing here, Kareem. None of us is safe. It's day to day. Let's go. You got to bring your A game every show. Every show, Kareem. Come on.
Yeah,
you're not safe.
Oh man, nobody's safe, man. Nobody's safe.
Hey, Lou said he's the fifth guy. Stop. Not Lou, but Kareem said he's the fifth guy. Stop. Raider Nation.
Yeah, he does.
Raider Nation.
Hold on.
Sir, hold on. Since you coming in here and talking about some Raider Nation, hey, we won the Super Bowl in your stadium. Go ahead.
Is that our first troll? We've got a Raider in the house.
Love it. All right. Did Marquise Brown just sign? Someone's reporting this. Hold on. Let's see.
Good call, Kareem. Well played.
Wow.
Lou, I can't match that value.
Fans, I can tell you this. All these guys that sign the receivers, that leaves all them top receivers going to fall right to 32.
Yeah, might.
They're gonna fall right to 32, and the Chiefs going to get them. So
Raider Nation.
Ain't no Raider Nation in here. Don't go here with that, sir. You will be removed.
He said Raider Nation. Raider Nation, Bo.
That's Tommy. We love Tommy.
You better pay attention, Bo. You better pay attention. Raider Nation.
We got a Texan up in here too. Wow, the Texans.
Yeah, we'll take all NFL fans.
So Sport Powerhouse.
I'm just waiting on
the Texans signed Marquise.
We love everybody.
His source is as good as Mango or this other dude.
We love everybody.
No, we love them all. So the rumor is, according to
out of the fader spray.
The rumor, according to Ricky, is that they will trade Sneed and then they'll sign Marquise. Somebody just posted something that Marquise may have signed with the Texans, so I don't see that yet. So we'll have to kind of wait and see how it plays out. But again, man, the wide receiver market is going crazy.
He's everywhere. Ricky's
we got to get a hold of Ricky, man.
Ricky's everywhere.
We got to get him to become a guest. He's been spot on today. Props.
But again, like he was on there last night. Said Hollywood Brown's coming to the Chiefs. Even if you watched, I was watching.
Well, even Hollywood Brown said that.
Yeah, I followed a lot of guys on Twitch.
I don't even know what that is. What's Twitch?
Is that like a gamer site?
Yeah, it's a gamer site. Me and Dre, we be on there. So I follow him, Nico Hardman, Tyreek Hill. So yeah, he was last night. I was watching his live feed, and he was watching Patrick Mahomes highlights. It's like, And somebody said, "Scratch your head if you're going to sign with the Chiefs." He said. So yeah, you never know. You know what I mean?
Listen though. On the podcast,
was his agent on there? Was his agent on there too?
Hey man, you can't knock the guy, man. He's been spot on. So
get his agent on there, man.
And listen, guys, real talk, God, we love the love from everybody commenting from every part of the world, man. Chiefs and Texans, Arizona Cardinals fan, AFC West down to the NFC West, man. Hey, we love all the love, guys. Keep it coming. This is a great show, man. Keep your comments coming, man. And don't be shy to leave a comment. Do not be shy, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all love over here, man. So just keep it coming. Keep it coming, man.
And do us a solid and subscribe. That'll help us bring you more of this craziness every week.
Absolutely.
And we'll respond to as many of you guys as we
love the chaos. We love the chaos. Come on, keep it coming.
Yeah. Well, again, like you said, like Dre said, everybody's family on the show. We love everybody. Lou, Lou's like a brother to me. Nick, Nick know I love him to death. Dre, Dre's my brother. We all go back and forth. So we probably look like we going back and forth with each other, but we all love each other. And nobody's getting replaced. So
Ricky's right. I have no problem.
Still competitive though. You still got to go at it. This is my inner Pete Carroll coming out. Got to compete every day.
Hey, I like
every day is a competition.
The Pete Carroll of the bar. Lose the Pete Carroll of the bar. Okay.
So not quite as old as Pete, but yeah.
Okay.
Drake gets some of his comments because we get a lot of comments.
Get some of the comments, bro. They coming out the woodworks. Man, I mean, come on with it.
Hold on. I got you. I'm gonna post one up here for you. I don't know.
Post what you can, sir.
Right here. Let's go to Anonymous Mingo. Right here. Go ahead.
Man, come on with it. Okay, Mike
Williams. We haven't heard from him today.
Mike Williams with 249 yard receiving in 2013 will have ranked number 4 among wide receivers on the Chiefs last season. Trailing MBS at number 3 with 315 yards. Williams only played 3 games all.
Anonymous. That's about as good a troll as you can do. That's next level. Mango, bringing it.
Yes, come on, man.
Where you at, Kareem?
Let's get it, man. Come on. So I think we should get T. Higgins for the outside and let Rashee Rice for the slot. What do you guys think? Higgins outside, Rashee slot.
I think according to my source, the baby, you know what I mean?
Boss baby. Bring it.
According to my source, I feel like Hollywood Brown is gonna be a Chiefs by the end of the day. So I feel like I feel that in my. I've been calling for it on this show for since free agent started. I've been calling for him to come over because I see when Dre plays with him on Madden. Man, Dre plays on Madden. I see what this guy is capable of doing. So I feel like if the Chiefs do bring on Hollywood Brown, I feel like a lot of Chiefs fans would love that. You know what I mean?
Price of poker is going to go up though.
Some of the insiders in the in the chat here in the comments tell me is from the New Orleans Saints, not Mike Thomas, but is Rashid Shaheed a free agent?
I would love him too.
Because you talk about a deep threat that is so underutilized. That kid. I don't know if he's a free agent. I heard he was maybe restricted. I don't know, but that seems like a guy that you could get at a decent price. Now, again, he's not as ballyhooed as a guy like Marquise Brown or some of these other dudes, but he just seems like they need a big play. He's the one making it.
Well, I got it right here. Anonymous Mango said Rashid is not a free agent anymore. I believe Saints tendered him.
Okay. All right, Mango. I knew we could count on you. Damn it, Kareem. Where are you?
Yep. Yeah, it looks like yes. It looks like I don't know. It says no free agent on here, so yeah, he was tendered. So yeah. Gonna have to give up something to get him.
Elvis is in the building. Come on, bring it, Dre.
Okay. Hold on, give me a sec. I'm looking at Mango. Mango's on it though. So the Chiefs are the new Patriots. The new Patriots, huh? So basically, he said, I mean, we're winning. Like we're going on a repeat. Everybody hate us. Of course, we're the new Patriots. What? Of course.
Kareem said he got nothing right now.
I got nothing right now. I
don't know. That's that 5th spot's awfully shaky, man.
Yeah, very.
Said that 5th spot awfully shaky. But again,
Anonymous Mango says, "Give me my flowers. I'm the OG Chiefs Blitz insider."
Look at that.
Oh, he gave up who he is.
Okay.
Who is it, Nick? Who is it, Nick? Let us know who it is. Hey,
Nick's got a burner phone under the desk.
Oh, he still got a burner phone.
It's actually a bat phone, but just to be fair, it has no dialer. It's just a red, and I press the button and answer. That's it.
Hey, I'm done with Luke.
Y'all funny, boy. Hey, but yeah, guys, keep it coming, man. Keep it coming. It's entertaining.
But again, we love everybody. You know what I mean? According to my source, he's going to be a Chiefs.
You like that graphic? Look at that kid.
Look at that.
He's even covering his mouth. Ooh, that's beautiful.
Hey, Mango talking that noise, man. This might be the best Chiefs Blitz live stream to date. You ain't lying. He's cooking today, boy.
No, I think so. There's definitely some good.
Look at the like, comment, and subscribe, man. We eat. Look at. Hey, listen.
Oh, okay. We like that one. That's.
I think Kareem, man. I think you need to get your playbook and bring it to the coach's office, man.
Hey, y'all better leave my guy. Hey, Kareem is
a chat. Nice crowd here today.
Kareem is the guy of the show. He always
is the OG, man.
Kareem, I'm just messing with you, Kareem.
No. We're trying to build a strong roster. We're trying to build a strong roster over here, right? Kareem, we got Mango.
Yeah.
Hey, the roster's picking up because we got a strong roster.
Hey, don't forget about Tom Hood. Tom Hood been here too.
Yeah, true. And Tron, the lady of the show. Tron been eating too. Now, hey, listen, guys. Y'all like family now, all right? We a couple pieces away from being a dynasty, all right? All right, couple pieces away, all right, from being a dynasty, all right? So
you know what?
These are my brothers and sisters of the NFL, man. These I like. I love all the Chiefs fans, Raiders fans, Chargers fans, like at the draft, everybody
and Bengals fans and Bengals fans.
Nah, Bengal fans would not be welcome here on this show.
You know who I feel sorry for today?
Who's that?
It just dawned on me. All the moves the Titans have made in the last few days.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Vrabel never got this kind of support or love or willingness to spend money. And he's out of a job right now. And he's a heck of a football coach. So, man, he definitely missed the ball. But, hey, Will Levy's going to have great weapons at his disposal. They bring in the Bengals offensive coordinator. He's going to do a terrific job. That division suddenly, you look at the money the Texans have spent, the money that the Jaguars have spent. Now you look at what the Titans are doing, and the Colts, who knows at this point. But that suddenly is a division that's going to be a little bit more difficult to navigate through than in years past, even for opposing teams. So
D-Hop and Calvin Ridley on the same team.
I thought D-Hop for sure was gone. I thought there's no way he was staying this year.
I didn't think about that, Luke.
Oh, that's sick.
That's good.
A couple years ago,
they got their quarterback.
A couple years ago, the NFC South was like the laughing stock, and now you look at it. Houston's coming.
Hey, I just thought about that.
The Colts are getting better. Jacksonville, we really don't know what the hell's going on with them.
Earlier,
you got to believe that Peterson will get them rolling. But now Tennessee, now obviously they bring in Tony Pollard, so they're changing their entire offense. It's going to be the Bengals offense. So now you got your 1 and 1A at receiver. You got your shifty backs instead of the big power back. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a whole different team where you're playing there.
That all sound good and everything. All them teams in the AFC, man. It just sounds all good.
AFC is just getting so good.
But my source is telling me Patrick Mahomes is asleep. He really don't care about none of this. He don't care about what y'all do to build to beat him. He's still going to come out here.
He was working.
He doesn't call. My source is telling me
Big Head gonna be a part of the show. I see. My source guy is gonna be part of the show. I see.
I think Pat was working on that dad bod in Mexico. I guess they sell Coors Light down there too.
Yep, absolutely. A lot of Super Bowl predictions already. I love it. Right. We got a new Eagles fan in here, Secret Society, and
I seen that.
He thinks because they got Saquon Barkley that's the difference. Well,
I'm trying to bust your bubble. That's not going to happen. There will be no more Eagles in the Super Bowl.
No. Look at that. He gives us respect, man. He gave Mahomes respect. I like that.
I get respect. Give him a nugget. It's all right. It's cool.
Yeah. All right.
You know, it doesn't matter.
I think
you know
I'm hearing from the bartender that we're beyond last call.
We're gonna answer this question one more time.
Everybody else left. We're the last four.
All right. Hey, just Blitz Brothers. Hey, again, I said earlier, 40-60, the Chiefs signed him. 40 negative, 40 positive, and 60 not so positive at this point. Medical reports are going to be key, but it was a guy Veach wanted to target. I mean, before he was tagged with the Chargers. So it's a possibility, but I think he's going to go for the coin instead of the ring. That's just my guess.
Look at that. Mango breaking kicker news.
Dun, da-da.
Let's see.
There it is.
Okay, breaking. Titans are assigning kicker Nick Folk to a 1-year deal. $3 million deal per sources. Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one more source.
All right, let's have it.
He got the money on the table. He doesn't care. Clark Hunt is about to give Hollywood Brown and everybody else, the Chiefs, about to take over the league one more time. So at the end of the day, the sources are telling us that, hey, subscribe at Chiefs Blitz, subscribe at the Chiefs YouTube channel. Hey, everywhere. We want to thank everybody for joining in with us. We did win over our time, but hey, please subscribe away. Please subscribe away. If you love the show, if you love what we do on here, this is what we do. You know what I mean? We go this back and forth. Mango be looking for us.
Yeah.
Let
me answer this question. I think Sneed signs. I think Hollywood signs before the Sneed trade. They don't have to trade Sneed unless they get a wow offer. The cornerback market is completely thin right now. The Chiefs could get a 1, maybe a 3 or a 4 as well. But I know that our famous guy of the day predicted that it would happen once the Sneed trade is announced. The Colts seem to be the team that really wants him the most, but I'm not really sure that Brett Veach really wants to trade Sneed again. If the AFC West or teams in the AFC now, you just look at what the Titans did. You got to have 2 good corners, and right now they have 1. And they got a couple other guys that are really good, but they're not Sneed good. And I think they would be crazy to trade him at this point. That's just my opinion.
All right, real quick. All right, so Kareem, he said, let's see what Mango got on Chiefs Who.
All right, are we doing Chiefs Who today?
We supposed to be doing it.
They're kicking us out, Nick. I mean,
no. Do you have one ready? We can extend the show just for you.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
You put the Chiefs Who logo up, and for those who don't know,
strike up the band, Hense.
Yes.
All right. I know we got a lot of new listeners, a lot of players here, so let's just go through this real quick. It's the name of the game is Chief Who. I'll read a list of clues, and typically they're ones that I've kind of just made up on my own, but they're reasonably true about a particular chief, and you can kind of go ahead and comment, leave your guesses in the comments. So without further ado, I'll have to get my glasses, Nick.
All right, do it,
and let's get this going. All right. He's a 4-year starter at his university. Ran a 4.3840 at the combine. He's all about the DMV. He has been a free agent. Has also been cut in the past. Loves cars. Has at least 2 or 3.
Miko.
Not him. Made 2 huge plays in the Super Bowl versus Philly. Touchdown save on a punt return. Key block on KT's punt return for us.
Wow.
His name kind of sounds
Tommy
like
Townsend.
Nope. His name kind of sounds like he might be a Black Sabbath guy.
Hanstead MBS.
Jody Fortson.
Okay, let's stick with the integrity of the game. Let's not just throw names out there. His college's nickname is a cross between a weather report and a cattle drive.
Mango says Scott Moore.
It is not.
Oh,
Brian says MVS. No, it wasn't MVS.
I gotta believe Taylor loves his uniform.
Is it Kemp?
Marcus Kemp.
And we got to get it now. He's also known as Night John.
You got me. I have no idea who you're talking about.
I knew this was going to be a tough one. I needed to be sandpapered a little bit, but it is none other than our guy from the Marshall Thundering Herd, Nazeeh Johnson.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's the DMV. He's from Fairfax, Virginia. He has been cut and re-signed to the practice squad. Was a free agent. I think he got tendered a couple days ago. Loves cars. You look on his Instagram, he's got a couple of them that he's just in love with. The punt return, he saved the TD on that and then made a key block for KT. Mentioned that. The college nickname, Thundering Herd.
Yeah.
And then Taylor Swift, of course, her favorite number is 13. So there you go.
man, that's amazing.
Nazeeh Johnson, your chief who for this week.
Your chief who. Excellent job. Excellent job.
Let's go right into this sponsors.
All right, let's talk about the men who help us put this show together, take care of the bills. First up, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate professional in and out of the Kansas City area, there's nobody better than my good friend Eric Haynes. You can reach him at 816-729-3785. He'll find you a house and he'll get you the keys, as he's done for me and my family. We appreciate everything he's done. You can also email him at esellskc@gmail.com. And then if you're looking for the loan to get that house, you need to call my good friend Dave Purdy. You can reach Dave at 816-405-5831. If you're 1099, W-2, you got high credit card debt, whatever it is, even though rates are coming down, which is great, house values are going up, it's always a good time to make sure that property and investing in a house is the best thing that you can do for your family. But you got to make sure you know what the numbers are. You got to make sure how the loan works. You got to have options. And that's what Dave Purdy has done. So give him a call at 816-405-5831. We love Dave because he is
pretty good.
Pretty good. Absolutely.
Hey, we may have had a shot at the buzzer here. Maybe a delay. Mango had Nazeeh up there. So
maybe we did have a delay.
Maybe. So
all right, anonymous Mango, send me an IM. Send me an IM and I'll get something else.
Kareem drop kick the computer in a minute.
Yeah, Kareem called his shot and it didn't work out, man.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, snap. Nah, it's all love, man. We love it. We love it, guys. We love it.
Thanks for playing, seriously, and I appreciate the comments.
But the real talk, there's a lot of people on here, guys. So I'm gonna say this: I love everybody. We love everybody. The level comment, guys. Remember, there's no hard feelings. Only love. Represent your team very well. And remember, it's all about the Chiefs Kingdom, guys. So again, thank you, and keep it coming. Like, share, and subscribe to the podcast, guys.
All right.
Yes.
Peace out, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll be back on Friday unless something crazy happens between now and then.
Like and subscribe. Please share away. And remember to always share away, because we always the number one. We raising to trying to be the number one.
Show. Said nope, too late.
We have this raising the number one show because you know what?
After the buzzer,
our sources says
upon further review, it was late.
All right,
oh God, that's great.
We've got our own review system here. Kareem, I believe he was late.
Excellent work today, Mr. Hense.
Love it.
All right, peace out, everybody.
All right, fellas. Yeah.